Alright guys, welcome back once again to What the Franchise, and today we're going to be looking at preseason opponents within CFM. Now this is obviously a really small thing, but one thing I kind of want to hit on, especially with these What the Franchise videos, is that stuff like this might seem trivial and like I'm just nitpicking for the sake of trashing CFM, but I think the reality is that these issues aren't or can't always be huge things. The mode wouldn't be nearly as popular as it is in terms of the number of people playing it if there were huge game-breaking issues at every turn. When you look at CFM, the elephant in the room is obviously the lack of depth and the absence of certain features. So when you look at that, it's more dealing with stuff that's not even in the game. So like I said, when it comes to dealing with things that are in the game, they're not all going to be huge. And when you're looking at little things like this, these are things that once CFM starts to get back to where it needs to be, you also need to solve a lot of these smaller issues like this along the way. And I think that one of the bigger issues outside of depth within CFM is that there are quite a few of these minor or small issues, and when you have a lot of those, they tend to add up, especially so when there isn't much there to begin with, like you see with CFM. But getting to the issue, when you look at preseason schedules and you start up a CFM, the first season is always going to be accurate. That's always true to life, like you'd expect. But every subsequent season that you play after that, your preseason opponents are not only static, but depending on who you play with, you might actually end up playing division opponents every year as well. Now, right now, this isn't really that big of a problem because there's no real incentive or reason to play the preseason. You're not getting anything out of it. But like I said, once you get CFM back to a point where there is more incentive and more reason to play in preseason, then this is going to become a slightly bigger issue. So quickly, as you can see here, I simulated into Season 2, and the Chiefs' preseason opponents are the Panthers, Falcons, Dolphins, and Jets. And then you're going to see things like the 49ers are playing the Rams, the Lions are actually playing the Bears and the Packers, and then you have the Saints playing the Bucks as well. So like I said, you're getting some division rivalries within preseasons there, and that's just stuff that's obviously never going to happen. But as we advance to Season 3 into 2019, again, you're going to see that the Chiefs' preseason schedule is once again the Panthers, Falcons, Dolphins, and Jets. And then lastly, we go 10 more years into the future. Now we're into 2029, and again, the preseason schedule is still the same across the board for everybody, and you've got the Chiefs playing the same opponents. The Lions are still playing the Bears and Packers in preseason, and everybody's schedule is still exactly the same. So that's the problem. As for the solution, we have to look no further than Madden 2002, which implemented the ability to choose your preseason opponents each year. This is really a no-brainer solution in that it's realistic in how things are handled within the NFL, and then it also gives users, whether they are part of a solo or an online franchise, the ability to play their franchise their own way. In older Maddens, I always used to do things like play the defending Super Bowl champs, play the team that just had the #1 overall pick, and also teams that were really active in free agency and things like that. And then if you're in an online league, even though I don't imagine many leagues are actually playing preseason games, it gives you the ability to set up matchups with your friends within the league to essentially scrimmage or practice in a live format. Outside of that, though, the even more obvious solution is simply to set things up so that it's random each year and set up in a way so that you won't ever play division opponents in preseason. So that's going to do it. Short and sweet this video, but I will have a Beyond the Blueprint up later this week detailing authentic broadcast presentation. So that should be something you guys enjoy. It seems like the presentation mock-ups are always a hit. But like I said, that's going to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks for watching.